Hello, uh, my name is Jean Béliveau, and it is the 14th of March, and I have these texts for you. And this text uses biblical passages and quotes from philosophers to illustrate universal principles of wisdom, justice, and peace. It does not in any way intend to judge, criticize, or impose a belief on anyone. Any interpretation should be understood as an example of moral and philosophical reflection, and not as a personal or religious judgment. Yes. Okay, it's about peace, justice, and wisdom through the ages. Since antiquity, humanity has sought to understand how to live in peace, protect what is just, and act with wisdom in the face of conflict. I am the founder of Alliance Harmonia, a movement reflecting my personal vision of harmony and philosophy in action. This movement does not seek in any way to harm other religions, philosophies, or beliefs. Sorry. It is simply an example of what I propose to inspire and guide those who wish to adopt a constructive, moral, and spiritual approach. Jesus said, "I love your no love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. embodied this idea. Resisting injustice with compassion transforms hearts and frees minds. Jean the Magnificent, representing philosophy in action, acts, wisdom consists of transforming hatred into understanding and acting with compassion toward those who harm us, just as Jesus said, as Jesus taught. Facing aggression, Jesus taught, "Put your sword back in its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword." Epicurus and Seneca remind us that prudence and self control surpass violence. Protecting life does not require aggression, and Jean the Magnificent adds, "Self control and prudence surpass brute force. Protecting life does not require aggression, exactly as Jesus said." Following the truth can create tensions. Jesus said, "I did not come to bring peace, but a sword." Plato already explained that justice and truth can separate those who see from those who close their eyes. Jean the Magnificent clarifies truth and justice may create divisions, but they serve to awaken consciousness and guide toward harmony, just as Jesus taught. Legitimate defense is permitted when life or justice is threatened. In the Old Testament, David fights Goliath to protect his people. Aristotle and Rousseau acknowledged that defending life and liberty is just, but one must act according to reason, not anger. Jean the Magnificent teaches defense is just only to protect life, dignity, and justice. It must be guided by reason, exactly as Jesus taught. Authority and force must serve the common good. Paul wrote, "The authority does not bear the sword in vain." Montesquieu shows that power is legitimate only to protect order and justice. Jean the Magnificent adds, "Force must serve justice and the common good, never dominate or destroy, in accordance with Jesus' teachings." Even anger can be justified to restore order. When Jesus drives merchants from the temple, Seneca teaches that moral anger is just if guided by reason. Jean the Magnificent adds, "Moral anger purifies injustice, but it must never harm the innocent, exactly as Jesus taught." Finally, vigilance and preparation are essential. Jesus said, "Let the one who has no sword sell his cloak to buy one." Machiavelli advises anticipating danger and preparing defense. Jean the Magnificent reminds us anticipating danger and preparing is an act of wisdom. Prudence guides defense, not attack, in accordance with Jesus' words. Thus, throughout the centuries, whether through Jesus, historical philosophers, or Jean the Magnificent, the message remains: seek peace and forgiveness. Protect what is just with discernment. Act with prudence and wisdom. Accept that truth and justice may create tension, but always to awaken consciousness and bring humanity closer to harmony. And that is all, and thank you for tonight. Good night.